Guys, welcome again to Jay's Plate YouTube channel. And today we are going to do something different. Uh, and today we are going to start with the episode 1 of Linux. And with the Linux is whereby we'll be able to we will be learning our ethical hacking journey. Where we'll start our ethical hacking journey and cybersecurity. And today I have something unique for you. And we know there's this OS, Linux OS. It's much quite different from the Windows because most of its execution happens in command line. And today we are going to learn few basic commands that are used in Linux. As you can see, I'm running a Windows 10 operating system, and you might be wondering how and where will I be, where is my Linux system will be running at. Well, that is well answered and well catered for because I'm going to run it from the virtual box, and from the virtual box I can be able to run several OS in a single machine. So let me start the virtual box where my Kali Linux is, and let's give it some time to boot up and run some processes for it to be able to, so that you can be able to use it. Let's give it some few seconds, hoping it won't take that long. Now there we are. And now as you can see, the virtual box is restoring my last my last machine okay state so let's give it some few seconds and see, and we'll be able to jump into the CLI, that is command line interface. Yeah, because most of the commands are run or most of the processes are managed in command line in Linux distributions. So unlike in Windows where you have the GUI or the GUI, most of the things in Linux are managed in CLI based or in a command line interface. You might be wondering, maybe you have come across a different Linux, somebody running a Kali Linux that looks different from mine. Mine is a Kali Linux 2020B, but you can see I'm having a different theme. Yeah, I just installed a custom theme and I did some modifications. That's why you can see it looks, wow, you might be like, oh, it looks more GUI based, but yeah, some of the processes you can manage them via the GUI. With this, without far much ado, let's get this thing going. Now I'll just click the activities, and under activities I'll be prompted with the dialog box whereby there is, that's the folder for files. This is the browser that I'm using, Firefox ESR. This is setting for the my machine from the Linux or Kali, and I have the software updates that, yeah, and so many things are there. The light DMGTK plus data settings is the theme that I'm using, and that's why you can see I'm having that. And this is the Nmap. Nmap is a penetration tool, testing tool that is used to scan the devices in the network. So that's so it for just another day. This being the first video in Linux, so let's start with simple things as we go to the most complicated things of which that we'll do in future. And now the CLI is based on okay, it's under terminal in Linux. Let's go back here. Let me type terminal here, and as you can see, I got the terminal. This first terminal is the default terminal that comes with them, Kali Linux. The terminator here, these are custom CLI yeah, CLI interface that I installed for my own. Okay, I was customizing my Linux so that I can be able to split the screens and run this service the same screen without having to open so many tabs, so I can run under one screen. This one here, root terminal, okay, this comes with the dark with this, what do you call it, theme, as well as the Q terminal drop, something like that. For to make things more simpler, I'll be using the default terminal. Let's open it and see what it has for us in the store. Don't mind, the process might be slow because now remember I'm running 2OS on the same machine, and I'm having so many things running, so don't mind, ignore that code. Now as you can see, my Kali Linux is having this all at Debian. All is my username. I decided to call myself an all. I don't know why. Debian is the Debian is, okay, Kali Linux is developed by the Debian. There is a Kali Linux, there is Ubuntu, okay, I mean there is Parrot OS. They are all Debian based OS. Now we are into the terminal, and first of all, let's do this. The first very command you should be knowing is the pwd. Pwd command. Pwd is used to display the current directory that you are working at. And if you I type pwd and click enter, okay, here down you see there is /home /all. I'm working on all directory. The all directory is where I'm working on. So if you want to know what is in that all directory, there is another command that is ls. What it only it is simply what it simply do is to list the content of that currently I mean the current directory files in that current directory that you're working on at, I mean. So let's hit ls. Don't mind the connection failed, is that I'm not connected to any internet, that's why. If you type ls and hit enter, okay, ls just lists everything that you have in that particular directory. Now you can see I got the desktop, I got downloads, I got don't mind about that, home friendlies.txt, music, pictures, blah 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 blah, and so many things. Now that we are done with ls. Let's go to another command, that is cd. Cd is a command that you use to shift or to migrate from one directory to another, and it comes with a different syntax, and that syntax determines what should be done. If I do cd takes you as I have said, that it takes you to from one directory to another. So if I do cd, because as you can see, the blue highlighted files are directories. Directories in other words are folders. The msf install, that's a file. That common.friend, that's a file, that's not a directory. So if I want to go to directory like the downloads directory, I'll do cd and type download. If I type do well and I hit tab, it should autofill the word download for me, because there is no any other. Okay, the download should autofill, that's what I'm trying to mean, download. But let me type it manually, downloads, and hit enter. Bash downloads, so search file or search file or directory, because that is that I've misspelled the word directory. So I'll do it again, cd down, then I hit tab. It autofills the it suggests the file or the directory. If I hit enter, now I'm in the downloads directory, but as you can see there's nothing listed there. So I'll have to do ls to see what is in that uh, download directory. As you can see, there is a .com, WhatsApp GB, Evo Master GB. Okay, these are my files that I've been using when I've been performing my, let's say, pen test on in some processes. Yeah, tried to check the security level of the GB WhatsApp, blah 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 blah. So now for you to exit from one directory to another, now if I want to go back to the old directory, I'll just do cd and hit enter. If I do pwd, pwd, you will see now I'm on old directory. So there's something that I wanted to show you here. Let me look a folder that has another folder inside it, inside it. Yeah. Let me do cd. Let's do desktop. Do suspect desktop has another folder inside the folder desk. And hit tab to fuse and ls. If I do ls, there is this black eye. Black eye is a tool that is used to clone websites. That's why you see some people say, no, my Facebook account has been hacked, blah 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 blah, because okay, that's a tool that's used to generate those files. So in future we'll learn about them, how they are used, and how you can protect yourself. Now let's do cd again. We go back to the, we are now in the desktop and we want to go to black eye directory. Cd, let's do cd black. I think after, if I press the tab, it will autofills automatically. Hit enter, I do ls. Now we can see the content of the black eye directory. There's this script files, that is .sh. There is license and grok, readme, and sites. So sites are okay. Under sites are that's another folder. You can still do cd, because there's something that I want to show. This another syntax of cd, how you can go back from one directory to another, from the parent, from the grandchild folder to parent to the main folder. Cd sites, just hit tab to complete. Now if you do ls, under these sites you can see now, and be very keen here, you will see there is LinkedIn, there is Messenger, there is Yahoo, there is Twitter, there is Snapchat. If you look here, you will see Instagram, there is Facebook. These are the sites that can be cloned and by this tool, and you can be hacked for one of your account falls here. Now if I want to go back to black eye, I cannot do cd black eye again, because I need to go in reverse direction. So I'll do cd dot dot two dots, will take me to black eye. So currently I'm at black eye. So if I want to go to desktop, cd, I'll do cd space two dots. But if I want to go back to the home directory and I use the all, I'll just do cd without anything, without any syntax, and I'll be back to let's do pwd, so that you can be able to see I'm back on all directory. Now we have tackled those are, I think they are three commands, and so commands are so many. So but we are doing the basics one. Now there is a way, okay, you want to make a folder. No, this is not like the Windows where you just like click and say new one, and itself you do folder, or control shift n, you just create a folder. If you want to make a folder in this Linux base, that you still use command. Let's just do cd. I want to go to desktop, because there is where I want to to do what, to create folder art, and remember this thing is case sensitive, so that's why you are seeing that my desktop starts with capital D, because the desktop, if you do small letter it will give you an error. So and so if you see an error, you just know this thing is is case sensitive. Let's look the content of the desktop so that we can be sure with what we are doing. We can see there's a black eye, there's GS. These are one of my phone softwares. Yeah, I don't know what, okay, I was trying how to crack some passwords for me, and that's how it ended up here. Now if I want to create a directory here, I'll just use this. It's a simple syntax or a command, mkdir, then I call it, let's call it test, make directory test. Now as you can see, there are no space left on level. So okay, I'm having an issue, my disk is running up and so that's why I'm having that issue. So we can try to remove a certain file here, rm. The test now is the folder that we have just created. To remove it or to delete it, we can do remove, remove remove directory. Then just click enter. If you don't get an error, no, you are good. Ls, let's see whether the test is there. You see black eye, blah blah blah, the test is not there. There is another command that we call the copy command, or okay, the copy command. We have done the remove command, because we have done the make directory command, and this is the syntax, and remove directory command, and this is the syntax. So it's the command and the syntax. The syntax is the directory that you want to remove. Remember, it's case sensitive. If test starts with a small t, just type it as small t. There is another one that we call the copy command. The copy command, but the cp, it should be cp, but I've just typed the copy. Copy as from the word suggest copy. Copy command. It's just the simple one. Copy from, copy this that the file to, yeah. So let's do it. So maybe let's make another, let's create a, let's use the make directory command test. Let's create another folder by the name text. Now if you do ls in this directory, desktop directory, there's this file here I want us to use by the name pass.txt. So we'll do copy pass dot txt, that's the file name. Where are we copying from, or where are we copying to? We are copying it to do this yeah, just use that one, then do this home. Okay, you don't need actually home, you only need to do that desktop. Just do desktop. We are copying it from desktop, so we are already in desktop. We are saying copy this to where? This stands for the home and the user. Desktop is the parent folder to the child folder, which is test. Just click tab and it will finish it will predict for you and finish for you. Just click enter, cp, and bingo, we are done. We are good, because as you can see we had no any error. So what we'll do, let's do cd test and see whether the test folder has something, because remember we created a folder, we never put anything inside. Cd test, and let's do ls. If you do ls, you can see there's this file here, which is which is pass.txt. So we have learned how we can copy files, uh, make directories, removing, deleting the directories, as well as we can still remove if you don't want this file. This maybe we were just okay, we just put that file there for temporary use. We can still remove it. You can just do remove rm. This is a file now, and a file has a different syntax. We can just say remove pass, and you expect it to go through. Yeah, it goes through, but let's do ls and see whether, as you can see, it is not there. But okay, this still works, but there is a way that you can do it in verbals to have, so there are other syntax that you can use so that you can be prompted, are you sure you want to remove this? Yeah, so okay, if you don't want, if you are not sure whether remove that document, for you to be okay, it's like a double checking, are you sure you want to do away with this one? And there is another command that is clear. The clear command, it's used to clear the screen. As you can see, everything that it has just vanished after clicking that clear command. But surprisingly, okay, if you scroll up, if you are using a mouse, maybe you can be able to see what you just cleared. We have seen those few commands. Let's go back. cd will take us back to desktop directory. So there is another command, that I would like us to learn. That is okay, there. So okay, you might be having file that you want to edit, and maybe you have a file that you want to edit in terminal. So let's do cd. Let's go back to desktop. Be desk. Sorry, cd. Not bc, but cd desk. Then tab. I'm forgetting to hold shift as I type the desk. Hit tab and do ls. Okay, there's something that I want to show you. Now, all these files have been having the .txt extension. Those are text files. So if you want to open the text file, it depends with the editor that you are using. I normally use this nano. This is another command maybe. So if you do nano, then you type the name of the file that you want to open. Actually, if you type lin, if because there is nothing that has the same name, and hit tab, it automatically fill up. Just click enter and it will show you the content of that file. As you can see, these are the content of that file. And this website where okay, I created this txt file because I wanted to download a certain vulnerable testing tool by the name Metasploit. That's why I had to create it so that I can clone the website and be able to download the file. For you to quit from the nano, just click okay, here down. You can see there are things to guide you. If you want to exit, control F. If you want help, control G. If you want to write out, if you want to read the file, where okay, everything is okay. You have the syntax here down. If whatever you want to do, so I'll just click X, control X, and I'll go back to the desktop directory. Let's look. Let's check the file that might be having something big. There's that file that had common friends, so I can't recall where it was. Friend list. let's do cd too. We go to download cd, maybe it's there. Down, if you just type down and hit tab, there's no another one that has the search name, so you'll be able to okay, sorry, should be ls, not ls. I can't remember where this last file was in cd. Yeah, did I delete that file that had the com friends cd? Let's go back to desktop. I think there, yeah, our similar cd desktop, and see whether we can be able to okay, to create a create a certain file and edit it. Just hit tab, hit enter. Let's do ls, so we can try to manipulate this. Let's do nano. Remember, nano is an editor, so we want to edit to open this file here, this password.txt. So we do pass w, but there is another path. If I create file, okay, let me show you something. My machine is behind, so if I do pass and click tab, if I do pass and click tab button, you see I'll be prompted with pass.txt, pass.wd, because the four letters correspond live on the full file. So it's like, which PWS do you want to open? So I do PWD. Now with that one, I'll have been okay. I'll be able to specify the file. Now okay, still it's empty, but now we can, okay, since we have just opened it, and maybe we are running a grocery, or maybe you are managing a cyber somewhere, and you want to just have somewhere to note, so some of your notes, maybe this client is operating on PC number 10, so you just do I just take random number name, like Manda Musa, Musa. So desk 2, time. Time he started using that machine was that place time. Okay, don't mind. There's a reason why I had those so many zeros. So let me do 10. I would have that 0 dot 10 hours. Another client was Rose. Don't mind. No, I know. Okay, adjust the small letter. So I'll do desk number. Maybe Rose is operating from desk number 10. Maybe time entered, or time she started browsing, or let's call it maybe 10:30 hours. Okay, but no mind, they're operating at night, so okay, I'm just giving it so that's how you do create a text document in Linux. And for you now to be able to save it, you just come here down and you see exit. If you click Control X, you'll be at save modified buffer. Just click Y. The reason why we just click Y is that there is no this upper arrow, so don't mind, and hit enter. Writing done. We have done. Now initially the pwd.txt had nothing inside, but now if we do nano again, pass w tab to autofill for us. Sorry, this type the w wd, so it should be see now we have Musa on desk one time, and that's the blah 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 blah. So let's exit from this one. So this time when we exit, we are not prompted with yes or no to say yeah, because already we had said it. Now, guys, that makes the end of this today's episode. This is the first episode on basic command. Episode number 2, we'll deep dig into the other commands that we have left out, and we will do it more in more deeper way, whereby we will be adding users using the commands in a certain machine, and I'll be showing you how to navigate from the normal user to root user in Linux. Yeah, but that comes in the next episode, because remember I've started with this first episode, the basic commands. So as we begin this first Linux class, remember the flow, I'll be giving them in a flow manner in such a way that you'll be able to connect the previous episode and the current episode, so that it will be flowing like a lesson. Now we'll be starting with the commands. When we exhaust the commands, we'll go to how to do the to add the users. Okay, that's fall under the commands. After exhausting the commands, and when we feel that we are much better, now we can navigate around the commands. We can dig we can dive deep now into the cybersecurity tab, whereby we'll be doing some tests in my own net devices. Yeah, and I'll be showing you how vulnerable people are because of that small mistake that you do, the information that you do share in social media, how it can be used against you, and why you should limit things that you do post. Remember, internet doesn't forget. That photo that you do take and upload it there with maybe the coordinates, maybe timestamp. Yeah, it may, okay, that information is enough for somebody to be able to access your data, and there's nothing much painful or more painful like knowing that your small information has been accessed by another person. Well, guys, let's continue close this first episode, and we're gonna do much more as time goes by. Thank you.